Hannah, and I'm going to show you the VAT list report on Scribe. The VAT list can be found under VAT in the menu. It doesn't matter whether you are VAT registered or not, you will still see it as a menu option under VAT. Now, when we click into it, it will automatically run for Q1, and that can be amended in the filter option in the right-hand corner. So if you want to run it for a different time period, you can just select the date range under here. So I've got Q1, and they are the standard quarters. So 1st of April to 31st of June, going through, ending on the 31st of March. If you have a different quarter date range, you would need to put that into custom date range. Or if you want to view something differently, maybe you have that returns on a monthly basis, for example, or you want to review against your Form 126 report that you're doing for a different time period. And you do also have the option to run it for the entire financial year as well. You can also select whether you want to see all the VAT or exclude some of the options. Initially, I would suggest you do run the full thing with all the VAT, because this is listing all the transactions in the time period you're looking at. So you can not only check that the VAT looks correct, but there are also no transactions where you haven't shown VAT, where maybe you should have done, for example. And you can also select whether you want to order by the voucher date or the voucher number. Okay, sometimes it can be useful to order by the voucher number, because then obviously that shows in the order which it was entered. So you may want to look for transactions that have been entered at the end of the time period to check that everything looks correctly. So once you've selected the options that you want, just click View Report and it'll update. So as we said, the VAT list will show us all the transactions that have been entered onto Scribe for the time period selected. So in this example, I've selected the entire financial year, even though I'm not in March yet. And what I will get here is payments first and then receipts further down with all the transactions listed. I will be able to view the VAT type and therefore the VAT amount. So it's a good idea just to cast your eye down here and make sure that nothing looks awry. There's no suppliers where you've put VAT against them where you think that's not correct, or where you've got entries where they're showing VAT and it's not as it should be, for example. Once you've done all of that, you can see I then go into my receipts. So obviously if you're VAT registered, again, you want to make sure they've been entered correctly. If you're not VAT registered and therefore only have Form 126 as an option under here with your VAT list and your VAT summary, you will not see the receipts, because obviously you shouldn't have any VAT on any receipts. You're not going to be charging VAT on any income, so you would just be reviewing the payments. In this scenario, I've said I'm VAT registered so that we do see the receipt entries for review. And then it will show you how much VAT that you expect you should be able to reclaim for this period, so that you can check that. As I said, you may then want to decide under VAT to exclude everything that's zero rated, so you then just get the amounts that have got VAT on them. This is then quite easy to review, as you can see here. All the entries summarizes it. So very simply, you can then also check, have you got VAT numbers added in? So if then you're missing, you can go and just make sure that you do have them to make sure that it is correct that you're claiming VAT on those entries if you want to review. So this is something that we would strongly recommend that you're looking at before you submit any VAT returns or VAT reclaims, because it can assist you in breaking down the actual figures that you're seeing on the return in the boxes, and also gives you a little bit more information about what's not been included, so that you can equally check if something should have been. Obviously, if you do find something that doesn't look correct as either a payment or receipt entry, you can go and check it under the transactions menu. Just look it up accordingly as either a payment or receipt and amend it if you need to. Remember, you should always have, if you're claiming VAT back, a VAT invoice from the supplier that clearly shows the VAT number and the amount of VAT that it's being charged. Thank you.